Hey, you guys. Excuse the no makeup day, but it's no makeup day. It's Friday. I'm not finna do all the makeup today. I mean, I'm still cute or whatever. Some of y'all hoes can't look like this on y'all best days, so I ain't doing no tripping. But I had to make this video today. Got a little privacy too today, so I was like, today will be a perfect day to do my video on the Capricorn woman and the Capricorn man. Oh my god, this is a video y'all are gonna get to in my secret world now because, of course, with the two signs that match, they're just alike, and so it could be traumatizing. Oh, excuse me, guys, that's my phone texting coming through. I just got a fucking ticket. Dallas. I'm in Dallas and I just got a ticket for running a stop sign. I couldn't even say shit because I was dead ass wrong. Like, I knew when I did it. Like, I was feeling myself. I was bumping my music and I just ran through that. But that's not y'all, that's not y'all fault or anything like that. Like I said, we're gonna jump straight into the video because I'm so glad that I'm doing this video right now, and I'm glad I waited because I just encountered a Capricorn man, and I'm just gonna break the story down to you. It's story time. That's kind of what we do on this channel. We break the story down of, a situation that I've been in as a Capricorn woman with another sign, and just tell you my experience of it. It's not I don't know if you can consider it relationship advice. I don't really even know if you can say I'm not an astrologer. I don't do this for a living. It's just my personal experience. I'm a Capricorn woman, January 14th. I'm not mixed with Aquarius, mixed with Sagittarius. I'm just a straight up Capricorn girl. And if you can relate, then by all means, go ahead and comment and subscribe as well. But yeah, today we're going to break down the Capricorn woman and the Capricorn man. And this video might get a little bit explicit. So PG-13, no, they're not welcome on this channel right now. Not for now. They're not welcome because I talk dirty. I talk bad. Some people don't like the language, but this is me. And so it is what it is. But oh my god, you guys, I gotta tell you the story because I tell my coworker, she's such a good listener, and I tell my sister because she's such a good listener about my exploitations, if that's what we can call them. I don't even know if that's the right word to be using in this situation, but man, let's get right into it. So I recently, I'm gonna break down the story first about this Capricorn man, and then I want some real comments below telling me what you guys think because I still got feelings for this dude, but I don't think it's gonna go nowhere. I think he's just having fun, and I was having fun in the beginning, but I'm gonna break it down to you why I started taking it more serious. Anyway, so let's break it down. So I went to a male review show, which is something that I do not do often. But as a Capricorn woman, I'm pretty sure a lot of other Capricorn girls can relate. We ain't shy to that type of stuff. We love to see that type of stuff. Like, I don't know about you, but as a Capricorn woman, I love when a man, like that song by R. Kelly, and I hate to mention him, but I still do fuck with the music. I know, boo me, you can do it. You can unsubscribe now if you have a problem with that. But yeah, I do still listen to the R. Kelly, and R. Kelly has a song called Strip for You. And everybody knows R. Kelly is a Capricorn. And us Capricorns, we love that shit. So if you're a Capricorn man and you're watching this, you need to start dancing for your girl like R. Kelly said, because we love that shit. We love that shit. Like, yes, daddy. Like, I'm so petty, but whatever. So I went to this male review show alone because another thing, a Capricorn woman, some Capricorn girls, I don't know, but I think a lot of us do this. We go out alone and we don't have a problem with it. And I noticed that my Taurus girls do that too. So big up to the Taurus girls and big up to any female that go out by herself without feeling no type of way about it. Some females really be like they cannot do stuff by themselves. Oh, I could never go to the movie by myself. I could never go out to eat by myself. I could never shop by myself. Bitch, y'all better learn to love yourself. Because when I hear that, I know people might take this the wrong way, but it is what it is. And this is my opinion. and I'm entitled to that. But people who cannot do things alone, I worry about you, because I say to myself, you must don't love yourself, because I can do everything alone. I mean, it's to the point where it's actually sad, and I need to start finding people to do shit with, because I genuinely enjoy being alone, spending time alone, doing shit alone. Like, I don't have to be on nobody's time schedule. I don't have to be on. I don't have to worry about what nobody else got. If as soon as my attitude change, because us Capricorn girls, our attitudes can change from 0 to 100 real quick. As soon as my attitude change, I can leave. I don't have to stick around. I don't have to wonder what the fuck was going on. I don't have to be like, girl, they doing this, they doing. I don't care, bitch. Let's go. You feel me? I find somebody's son, and me and him go to spend the rest of the night in the room doing whatever the fuck we wanted to. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because when you go out with your homegirls, they always, a lot of concoct block and all this BS. Like, I'm older, and I'm old enough to know when. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling my hair like this for some reason. But I'm old enough to know when I'm too drunk, or when, you know what I mean? I know my limits now. Like, when a younger Capricorn girl, and people don't realize this, but we do go through things where, we might go through a drinking phase, we might go through a drug phase, we might go through a phase of being a whore. We do. And if you're a Capricorn girl and you're watching this and you don't want to admit that, then maybe you're a little bit too prudish and you need to loosen up. You know what I mean? Because you're missing out on the best parts of your life. But yeah, we all have been through those stages. All women, I feel, no matter what your sign is, everybody has been through something. And if you haven't, then you've been covered up. And unfortunately, you might have a boring ass life. But it is what it is. But like I said, I went to this male review show, right? And the male review show was okay. It wasn't the best situation. It was okay. Like, I hadn't been in years, and from what I remembered, the one that I went to before was actually a little bit better than this one that I went to. There were some very, very attractive guys in there, but ladies, we all, Capricorn girls, I'm going to say Capricorn girls because some ladies don't get this, but, and as a Capricorn female, I know I'm going to get some feedback on this part, but these guys are in there to work, and you can't forget that no matter what. And I say that because I got to lead you into what happened. So I'm in here, right? And it was, like I said, there was a lot of fine ass dudes in there that night, but I knew all of them were there for a check. And they weren't there to just mingle, and if they were, then they're not doing their job correctly. And I wouldn't want to be dealing with that type of man anyways, because if you're not doing your job correctly, I can't depend on you. You lose focus. You really, that's just like a drug dealer who sits on the block all day, but he don't sell no drugs. He's just there for the look, to holler at girls. Like, I don't fuck with those type of men. Like, if you gonna do something, you need to be doing it. You need to be about your money. Money first, pleasure later. That's the Capricorn motto. If y'all don't know by now, we all about the money first, and then the pleasure later. Like, it's business first, pleasure later. We handle the business. So anyways, with that being said, like I said, I'm in this club. I'm having a great time though, because I done linked up with this little white girl. So me and her we having a good time. She got her little $20. She like, oh, I'm gonna get all the private dances and all this shit. But I had like $80, I think, that I took out of my account. And I was like, shit, I'm gonna get it. I want to see it all. It's been a while, you guys. I know I sound so so like, damn, you like this girl don't get none. It's not that I don't get none. It's just that it has been a while. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm looking for the back of my earring. There it is. But yeah, so we're out and about, and like I said, I linked up with this white girl. Me and her having a good time. I was drinking Alizé, and I don't know if anybody know anything about Alizé, but Alizé, if you watch the Parkers with Monique, you'll learn about Alizé. So I'm not gonna break all the way down, but for my people that watch the Parkers, you know about Alizé. You know how you're leaning, but leaning in a good way. You know what I mean? You a lady like lean. I just came with a new thing, a lady like lean. So that's what I'm gonna start using from now on. Yes, the lady like lean, bitch. We had the lady like lean going on, right? But the white girl was like, oh, because what happened is and I'm sorry, I have to break the whole story down to you because it's my life and I would love to do it. So when I first got in, of course, a bitch was looking good. I had on this silky robe kind of turquoise, dark turquoise kind of colored robe with the pants to match and with the bra to match. Like, I was on it, you guys. I had my little curly hair. Bitch, I was on it. And so, and that reminds me, you guys should add me maybe on Snapchat, and I'll put the name of my Snapchat and my Instagrams and my Facebook. Maybe not my Facebook. My Facebook is a little bit more personal for me. Not even personal, but it's more about like people who I know. If I know, you know, you like Instagram is for people just to hang, just to whoever. Snapchat is my personal. It's like, if you want to see me on an everyday basis, then you need to check out my Snapchat, because my Snapchat is what's going to be popping. And I'll put that below, maybe in the comment section, so that you guys can follow me on those platforms. But anyway, so this is a funny story, you guys. But anyways, and it's kind of long, so get prepared. But I have to tell you this stuff so you can understand how I interpret the Capricorn man. So, because there's two stories I have to tell you, this one and another one. So, anyways, like I was saying, so I'm at the club with this girl. When I first get there, we're all sitting around a table. It's me, this white girl, and this other girl. It's her birthday, and she brings a couple of her friends with her. So the birthday girl, just because of me just being friendly, because I was by myself. This is rules of when you're going to the club by yourself. You don't really want to be a bitch to people. You want to be nice. You want to be friendly. Just so people can calm their nerves down and not be wondering what the fuck you got going on all night. You know what I mean? Not being in your zone all night. So to calm everybody down at the table, I offered the birthday girl a drink, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll take it." She never drank the drink, but I don't care if you drink it or not. That was just me doing what I did, So anyway, so as the night keeps going, the night is going really good, and my white girlfriend, she starts getting a little tipsy. And next thing I know is that this guy is dancing on one of the strippers. He's dancing on her. Oh, excuse me. And so I really wasn't paying attention, I'm going to be honest with you, because I was looking at the stage because somebody was on stage that I really wanted to see. But my chair kept getting bumped during the process of this girl dancing, so that's what caught my attention. So as I turned over, I know, they're dancing or whatever, and he looks at me. I mean, when I say beautiful man. We say handsome, but this man was beautiful. And he was dancing on her, and he turned to me. He was like, "Hey," because she was kind of dancing kind of crazy. Like, he had her bent over, and she was moving, and just not in a, I love my white girls. I love y'all. I love y'all a lot. But sometimes y'all don't have no rhythm. And it was one of those situations. She didn't have no rhythm. And so he was like, "Is she drunk?" And this white girl had drank a whole bottle of Crown Royal Vanilla by herself. She offered me like 2 shots out of it, and I wasn't gonna drink it, but I don't know. I'm not a party pooper, so I was like, sure. I don't know. I'm black too, so I don't turn down drinks. I don't know what it is about being black and drinks, but we cannot turn down a drink. So this is where the I hate to call it bullshit, because it's not really bullshit, but this is where it got interesting. Let's say that it got interesting, because after I took the shots, I was feeling it, because I already had hit a blunt when I was at the house. Then when I got out, I was sipping on that Alizé all night. I had drank my whole bottle of Alizé, which was probably about, I want to say maybe, it wasn't a whole bottle. It was a half a bottle left. So I think I drank like 2 cups out of there. Then I had 2 shots of this Crown with this white girl. I was ready. You feel me? I was ready and willing at that point for whatever was going down. And so he was like, "Is she drunk?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And he just instantly came to me. And so I was like, "What's up?" And we got to talking and whatnot. And out of my drunken stupor, I'll call it that now, I was like, "Well," he was like, "Well, what you doing after this?" And I was like, "Shit, whatever you want to do." And he was like, but then I opened my big mouth and was like, "Oh, but I don't got that much money to be kicking it with you like that." And he was like, "Well, how much do you got?" And I was like, "I probably got about $300 or $400. And he was like, "Oh shit." He said, That's plenty. I was like, "I'm just saying, I don't know yet." And so he was like, "Well, let me make a few more rounds and I'm gonna come back." I was like, "All right, come back." So in the mix of him doing that, I really wasn't even taking that conversation serious, to be honest with you guys. I'm gonna tell you what happened. So as I'm chilling, I done spent up all my ones. I'm like, damn, I'm not done. I'm feeling good right now. I'm not ready for the party to end. So I'm like, you know what? And I was trying to call myself being smart by leaving my debit card at home and just bringing the $80 with me, because I know me. Like, I know me. When I want to party, I'm a party. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, my $80 is gone. Let me run back to it was only like 12 o'clock. The party wasn't over till 2. My house was literally only 5 minutes away. I was like, you know what, let me go to the house and go grab my debit card and go get some more money and come back and party for a little bit till the party over with. So I'm going to my car, you guys. I hear footsteps running behind me. And literally running. And so I turn around, it's Mr. Beautiful. And that's what we're going to call him, Mr. Beautiful. Because Mr. Capricorn, Mr. Beautiful, whatever you want to call him. But that's what I call him, Mr. Beautiful. So Mr. Beautiful is behind me. He's like, oh, damn, you leaving me? And I was like, oh, no. Like I said, I had forgot about him at that point. But I was like, no. And I was like, you know what? This might be the party that I'm looking for. Yeah, come ride with me. So he rides with me to my house. I go get my debit card, go to the account, and I know this is where I know a lot of people are like, you did what? But I used to be a dancer. And when I was a dancer, if somebody told me they was gonna pay me to have sex with them, prostitution, whatever y'all want to call it, I want my money. You feel me? This is a fair. If you told me that's what you're gonna do, that's what you're gonna do. I told him that. So why would I back out now? I'm not that type of person that's gonna tell somebody I'm gonna do something and not do it. You know what I mean? Especially if I want to do it. Now, if I didn't want to do it, I would have been like, no, I'm good. You feel what I'm saying? But I was like, no, I think this might be interesting because I've never done this before, and $300 ain't shit to me for a good time. You know what I mean? A good time to me is priceless. And looking at Mr. Beautiful, I was like, damn, this might be a good time. And honestly, now that I think about it, I feel like the money is what keeps me in charge of the situation. I know some people might not understand that, but if you're a Capricorn girl and you understand that, let me know. Like this video if you understand that if you're dealing with somebody who is kind of like top notch, you still need some type of control in the situation. Like, I feel like I'm top notch too, but I already promised him something, and giving him that kept me in control of the situation. Because if I didn't, then maybe I would come out feeling a little bit less confident in the situation. It's really hard to explain, but that's the only way I can explain it, is that giving him that money made me feel like I was still in control. So yes, I did give him the $300 or whatever. We went back to his room. Honey, he laid me out. Okay? I'm so embarrassed, you guys, because this recently happened. But he laid me out, honey. Mr. Capricorn. And that's not my first sexual experience with the Capricorn. This is why I can say this. Like, this is my second time. And the first Capricorn I had sex with, he was a Spanish guy. And when I say this is the only person I feel like who can keep up with me sexually, there's no other way for me to describe it. Capricorn men are the only men that can keep up with me in the bedroom sexually. There's no other sign that I have encountered that can keep up with me sexually in the bedroom. And I don't mean oversex me like how a Scorpio man would do. Don't oversex me. I mean do it just right. Capricorn is the only man I know that can do it just right, the way I want it. And so, like I said, he laid me out. I mean, he laid me out. I ain't gonna go into the detail of it, but just know he laid me out. I woke up, I think about 6 a.m, and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing here? I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is not cool. You know what I mean? Like, you're in the bed with a male stripper right now. No, like, no, bad girl, bad girl. So I get up and I leave, and he didn't have no problem with it. He even walked me out. You know what I mean? He was just on some, okay, well, it was fun too. And I was like, all right, well, call me. Because he did. He was like, what's your number? And I gave him my number, and I texted him. I was like, this is Mo, and he told me his name, and we left it like that. And so we started texting each other a little bit. It just the normal basic shit, like, hey, have a good day, You know, it was fun for what we did over the weekend. I appreciate it and stuff like that. Nothing major. And so during our texting, maybe I want to say a week into our texting each other, he texts me and says, "Hey, do you go to Houston? I'm in Dallas, so Houston is 3 hours away from here." And I was like, "Well, I've been to Houston a few times, but I mean, why would I go now?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm doing a show out there." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Well, you know, let him know off rip." I'm like, "Well, I don't got no money like that to be having sex with random dudes. I mean, with stripper dudes." So I might have to just chill out on this time. And he was like, "Well, no, that's not what it's really about. I mean, we could chill outside of the show if that's what you want." Why he said that? So now I'm feeling him, because I'm like, he must be feeling me to tell me he want to meet outside the show and shit like that. Like, ooh, I'm feeling that, right? So I'm like, damn, let me think about it. So I thought about it. Remind you, he told me this shit like maybe 2 weeks in advance. I'm over here trying to look at hotel rooms, rental cars, all kind of shit. But then something happens where I decide that I need to fix my budget. And so I kind of throw it away, throw the whole idea away. Remind you, we're still texting each other and stuff like that, but he's not really bringing it up. We're just saying normal shit like good morning and good nights and shit like that. And you know, I'm asking little questions here and there. He ain't really asking me no questions. I'm doing all the question asking. He's just on some good morning, good night type shit. So because I want to make sure it's accurate, you guys, so you can give me real advice. Because I still like this dude, and that's the crazy part. But I think it's over. I really do. At this point, I do think it's over. But whatever. So, I want to say the day of him coming, I actually was working, so I kind of was caught up with work, not too, infatuated with other things. And so he texts me and he's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "What you mean, what's up?" I hate when dudes text me that type of way. Like, I don't know if it's the old fashioned in me or what, but I love when a dude is on some good morning, good afternoon, how are you? Not what you doing, not what's up. Like that's so thoughtless. That's so careless. It's like you don't give a damn about what I have going on in my life. It's just chin checking me to see if I'm thirst checking me type shit. You know what I mean? Don't thirst check me, because you'll end up dry. But anyway, so he texted me that day and he's like, so I did that. It reminded me when he texted me that day. I said, "Well, damn, when are you coming to Houston?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm in Houston now." And I was like, "Oh, okay. So how long you gonna be here? Blah 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 blah." Long story short, we're texting, and I want to break down the text messages because he was on some "Oh yeah, I'm here today," and I was like, "Oh, okay," and he was like, "Are you still coming?" or something like that, to that nature. If I can't show you, I can't do the text on here because it'll stop the video. But he was on some, "Oh, well, yeah, I'm here today," or whatever. He was like, "Oh, you should come." And I was like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh, you should have came." And I was like, "Oh, is it too late?" And he was like, "I don't think so." He was like, "How long does it take you to get here?" I said, at the time I didn't know. I thought it was 4 hours. So I was like, "I think about 4 hours." And he was like, "Oh, I'll be at the show by then." And I was like, "Okay, so what does that mean?" And he's like, "Oh, nothing really." I was like, "Well, let me look at some clothes, get myself together. And if I find something to wear, then I'll come." And so he's like, okay. And, he's like, "Send me a picture. I want to see you." And I'm like, "Do he remember how I look? Do he even remember me?" You know what I mean? What is really good? You feel what I'm saying? But whatever. I mean, you should, because you have my Instagram. So I would think that you would have checked out my Instagram to know who I am, to remember how I look, so whatever. So then I'm trying to remember exactly how it went. So anyways, long story short, he was kind of flaky in the messages, in my opinion, because I'm like, "Hey, I'm on my way." Like, after I send him a picture of me, he doesn't even say anything. Most dudes, when I send him a picture of me, they're like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," or "I can't wait to see you," whatever. He didn't say shit. And so then I'm like, "Well, I'm on my way." No response. So I'm like, "Hello?" He's like, "What? What's up?" I'm like, "I said I'm on my way." He was like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay, but okay, I'm on my way." So I'm already feeling some type of way because I'm like, I hope I don't get out here and this dude is on some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So I end up finally making it to the club or whatever. When I get to the club scene is popping. I'm loving everything I'm seeing or whatever. I let him know I'm like, I'm here. He's like, where? But I get distracted because another stripper guy comes to me and starts talking to me. He's hella fine, and I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of like interested in him because he was so damn fine. And he was like, well, I want to see you after the club. Da, da. So during that process, next thing I know, my friend, he comes out, he does his show or whatever, and after he does his show, the other stripper guy is talking to me, and he's like, what's your number? And I'm giving him my number, and all of a sudden I get a text from Mr. Beautiful, and he's like, oh, never mind, with the okay signal. I'm like, the fuck does that mean? I'm like, come here. He's like, no, you good, you could talk to him, you got all. I'm like, man, I'm just socializing. I was like, I really ain't even thinking about this dude like that. I mean, I drove damn near 4 hours to come see you, and you telling me about another nigga. Like, are you for real right now? But he was dead ass serious. He was like, no, you good. He was like, you gonna disrespect me because you don't want to be rude to him. What kind of sense do that make? And all of my friends was like, yeah, he got a point, Valir. I mean, you should never did it like that. I'm like, damn, okay, whatever. So, I mean, because I didn't think it was that big of a deal because, like I said, you're not my man, even though I do like you, but you ain't really showing me none of that act right like that. I mean, we just met, you know what I mean? I'm just keeping my options open. You're a stripper. It is what it is. And I say that for a reason, but honestly, at the end of the day, I think it was really about the money because as I have to put myself in a Capricorn state of mind because he's a Capricorn. I had to put my mind in that state of mind. And I'm like, the reason why he's saying that is because he don't want nobody fucking with his money. I'm his money. You feel what I'm saying? When I came to the club, I threw $200 on him when he went on stage. You know, I got another $100 waiting on him when he come over to come dance for me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause I ain't no petty bitch. Like, I know some people be like $200-$300. That's a lot of money. No, to me, no. Now $2,000-$3,000, then you could be like, bitch, you tripping. But $200 and $300 ain't a lot of money, you guys. You know, we're in 2019. Come on, grow the fuck up. I mean, you can't even buy you some nice bundles for $300 and $400. You know what I mean? Let's be for real. Like, my car note is double that. Like, be for real, you guys. So anyways, so it kind of threw me off with him, but you know, at the end of the night, we still linked up. Everything was good, and we went home together. I stayed with him at his hotel room. You know, we had sex again that night. It was good, but he left me wanting more. Okay, and after he climaxed, he was out like a light, and I was like kind of disappointed because I was like, damn, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to get it back up and be ready again, but he wasn't. Nonetheless, we woke up the next morning. Well, he was up, and that's another thing that kind of caught me off guard, because usually when I sleep with a guy and we wake up the next morning, I'm the first person awake, and I'm the person like, okay, let me get my shit together, like I told you the first night. But this time he was wide awake. He was letting me sleep, but what woke me up was the noise. I think he was making noise on purpose to wake me up. Okay, and maybe that's just my Capricorn mind thinking negative like we do, but that's what I felt when I woke up. Because when I woke up, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck was going on? And he had all his shit lined up, and he already had all his shit lined up, like he was ready to go. And I'm like, I wasn't ready to go. Okay, I was thinking that I was gonna wake up in the morning, get me some more of that good sex, and we could take us a shower, and I could take him to the airport, and then I could go on home. No, I didn't even get to take a shower, you guys, because he was acting like he was such in a rush to get to this airport, and I was like, I'm not feeling that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not feeling his whole vibe at this point, but I'm like, whatever, let me just put on my clothes and shit, you know. They say you can't change a hoe into a housewife, so it is what it is, right? So, he takes him a shower, though, and something was telling me, go get in the shower with him, but then that pessimistic shit was coming in, and I was like, nah, let him just have his time, because I'm just used to a guy saying, come join me in the shower. You know, I just woke up. I don't know. But maybe another Capricorn dude, if you're watching this, maybe you can put below, what should a Capricorn girl do or a girl period should do, or a woman, I must say. should do in those situations. Should have just jumped in the shower with him or what? Because he had even told me, because when we were texting the night before I got to Houston, he had said, I asked him, I said, are you going to be alone tonight in your room? And he was like, yes. And so then he asked me, well, what are you hesitating for? Why are you feeling like you don't want to come? What are you indecisive about? And I told him, I said, well, I don't want to get a room. He texted me back, oh, okay. At that point, if that was me, I would have been like, well, you don't have to worry about getting a room. You can stay with me. He didn't say that. When I got to Houston, he was like, that's what I meant when I told you I was alone. I was like, no, I don't read between lines. I'm a straightforward person. And as a Capricorn, I would think that you would be straightforward too about whatever it is that you have going on. To me, that's that in between the line bullshit. And I don't play that. Okay, if you're a Capricorn man watching this and you want to know what's up with a Capricorn woman, don't play that in between the line bullshit, because we ain't into it. So anyways, like I said, he took his shower or whatnot, and I was just like, okay. So when he took his shower, he got out. I mean, he's just a beautiful man. I can't lie. He's walking around the room butt naked. I'm just looking and just taking it all in because he's just so damn beautiful. Body is amazing. Face is amazing. His smile, he has a smile that will knock you out. Okay, you guys? It will literally knock your ass out, this smile. When he smiles at you, you will be knocked out. And that's why I can't stand his ass, because he is so damn beautiful. So anyways, I take him to the airport or whatever and drop him off at the airport. And while I'm leaving the airport and I'm stop at the gas station, he calls me. He's like, damn, have you already left? Because they canceled my flight and the next one won't leave until about 11 o'clock. And I just hate sitting at the airport by myself like this all this time. Maybe we can just go grab a bite to eat. I'm like, okay, so I'll come back. I mean, I'm still right here at the airport. So I go back to the airport and I pick him up. At this point, now we start to get to know each other more. Okay, because it's not just sex, then wake up and then boom, you're gone, I'm gone. No, now we're stuck together at this point and we're forced to get to know each other, if that's a word that I want to use. I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. So we go out to breakfast and I get to know him more, you guys. And this is why I hate when God play with me like this. Because when I get to know him, he just has everything going on, honey. I mean, he has his own business. He's really, really intellectual, like holds a great conversation. People are observing both of us together, and they're like, oh my God, you guys are beautiful. Both of you, like, and I think he's noticing that shit too. He's like, damn, people are liking us together. But you can tell maybe he's not used to this because he has a lot of tattoos on him. And I was like, let me look at you. Let me see you. And so he was kind of shy about letting me see him and learning him. Okay? So, I know as Capricorns, we can be secretive like that. You feel me? We don't really want people in our business. So, and definitely don't like people looking at us, but he loves to look at me. Every time I was eating and I'll look up, he was looking at me and then smiling. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with this dude? I don't know. This is why I'm telling you guys the story so you can kind of tell me what you think is going on here. So after we leave out remind you now, the night before, I spent $300 on this dude. $200 on the stage, $100 when you came to dance for me, and I also bought dinner. Breakfast at the Waffle House for both of us that night. Then this morning here, after we get the breakfast, the lady brings the tab. He sets the tab down. He don't even try to reach for it. He don't even pretend like he's reaching for that goddamn tab. And being the type of woman that I am, I ain't got time to play games with a person. If I got the money, I'm gonna go on and pay it. But guess what? Next time, we ain't even stepping into a restaurant unless I'm sure that you're gonna be the motherfucker that's paying, because I don't play the games like that. That kind of pissed me off when she sat that tab down and he didn't even try to even humor me and look at it. You know what I mean? And I noticed that shit. I was like, one of my friends was like, oh, you should have said something. You should have been like, oh, damn, that food was so good. Thank you so much for paying for breakfast this morning. I was like, why would I play that game, though, when I already know he's a stripper and he's used to females paying for shit for him? Why would I play that game? No. The day that he really picks up the tab is the day that lets me know he's really interested in me. Okay? That's all it means. We won't go anywhere. We won't do anything. Just like how I told him before